Hey everybody, so these two camoed vehicles right here behind me, that is the Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport. And it actually hasn't been revealed yet. That's why these things are still camoed up. But Volkswagen invited us here today to tell us about some of the technology in this upcoming SUV. So in this video, we're gonna go over the brand new driver assistance features in this Cross Sport. I'm gonna drive it, I'll tell you how they work, and then we'll go over the CarNet connected suite because there's all kinds of new functionality coming to this Volkswagen and other Volkswagens, so make sure you stay tuned. So if you can just walk me through some of the features of the new CarNet system, that would be excellent. And we have this lovely Atlas Cross Sport right here, which we're going to use as our demo.
Yep, so as you can see, the windows are open here. This is real-time update, so windows open here. It just shows you the status. The doors are unlocked. You'll see your estimated fuel, mileage, and here's some of your remote command features.
Cool.
So we can just do just a flash of the lights right now. Flash of the lights. So the biggest thing is it only takes a few seconds.
And there it is.
Flashes for about 15 seconds. Gives you time to find your car in the parking lot if you can't find it. And then what you'll see is when it's done, you'll just get an instant real-time notification right on the screen. My battery's low. It's getting a little drained here.
Nice.
And then one of our new features and probably most highly used is remote start. So we'll do a remote start session. I'm going to make sure the vehicle's locked.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be locked. If you do remote start and it's not locked, we'll send a remote command. But it just takes a little bit longer, so I'm going to lock it. And then doors locked, success. And now I'm just going to refresh. And then we'll do a remote start.
All right, we're ready.
So we have to confirm the vehicle's not in an enclosed location, which I'm going to confirm that because we have the carb safe.
Mm-hmm. And there it is. And that really is not a lot of time at all. And you had mentioned earlier there's like a validation process that it goes through, right? When you do send a command to start the vehicle, just for extra safety.
Yes.
So it's able to see, like, it's your phone that's trying to start it. We know this person. They're good to go.
Yeah, so there actually is we haven't talked about, but the device has to pair with the vehicle.
Okay.
So there's a security code that's transferred, a token.
Gotcha. So again, the car knows it's that phone that can start me and not any other phone.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we actually, if you can do it in the app, so under manage paired devices, you'll see that this phone's paired and the Alexa device is paired to the vehicle. You can request another paired device or you can delete these. So let's say you don't want your kids using the app anymore, you can just unpair their phone from the car.
Gotcha.
So very secured, very controlled.
Looking at the face of this Cross Sport, you can see all the cameras and sensors that make the new driver assistance possible. So right there's a camera on the top of the windshield. Then you come down here, and first of all, you have this little guy that sticks out, and that will be there on the production model. Now here, you're gonna have the Volkswagen emblem, so this will be covered up, but this is also a radar unit. And then you have little sensors down there in the bumper, which of course are also helping, and these all come together to be able to not only read the traffic around you but also read the road signs, because that is one of the new functionalities. So now let's talk to one of the guys responsible for designing this system and find out what's new.
Here we have the new Cross Sport, which we're really excited to be unveiling soon, and we're going to be introducing two new systems to the car for driver's assistance.
And these new systems, this is a first for Volkswagen in any Volkswagen vehicle,
That is correct, yes.
All right, so yeah, why don't you tell us what the two systems are?
So we're excited to bring the traffic jam assist. That will encompass our ACC and lane keep assist at lower speeds between 0 and 37 miles an hour. And it'll help you in traffic situations, so keeping the distance to the vehicles in front of you and help centering the car to the lane as well. So that's all new. It's going to be great. It'll help you in those tight traffic situations where you just want to take a little bit of load off. It's a hands-on steering system as well, but nonetheless, still help you out. And the next one would be the traffic sign recognition system, which we're calling dynamic road sign display. So this will let you Keep your eyes focused on the road. In your instrument cluster, the speed limit will show up, as well as no passing zones and school zones as well. So you'll always be aware of what's going on around you.
Very cool. And like I mentioned, so this is the first Volkswagen vehicle getting it, but can we expect these things to be rolled out to more VW vehicles? Has that been announced yet, or?
Oh, that hasn't been announced yet, but I expect it to.
Okay, everybody, I just got out of this Atlas Cross Sport right here as a passenger, and we're feeling some of the new driver assistance features today. So one of the major features is not just lane keep assist, but lane centering. So it actually sticks you right in the center of that lane, and it will keep you there. Now, if you take your hands off the wheel, you get about 8 seconds before the car starts to say, hey, you need to drive. So this is not an autonomous system. It's just supposed to help you. And you know what? Just feeling it as a passenger, it definitely feels nice and planted in the middle of the lane. And the thing I was most impressed by is here in Michigan, as many of you may know, the roads are not great, and there was some faded lines. However, the Volkswagen never faltered. Even with the faded road lines, it knew exactly where that lane was.
We do have our Guardian services that we walk through, so we have this today, but in Gen 2 you can do everything from the mobile app, so you can actually create a boundary alert in the mobile app. So,
oh, nice.
Let's say I don't want to drive outside this boundary, maybe your kids or your teens are driving it. You can set a boundary, and then you can either have it always on, or you could schedule it. I think a couple other things is voice commands. So we do have Siri set up here. So here's where you can actually create your own shortcuts for Siri. So when you click Add Siri, you'll just say whatever commands you want.
I see.
So I have
it can be customized.
Yeah, so you could say pineapple, and it would unlock your door, right?
Cool, yeah.
So I'm just gonna demonstrate that.
Sure.
So, hey Siri, where's my VW?
Please authenticate to continue. Your 2020 Atlas Cross Sport is located near 1,250
Nailed it.
Well, the only other thing is our store. So you
Okay.
actually, in the mobile app, can buy plans now. So it'll show you what you've already enrolled in. So here we've already purchased a Safe and Secure, but and then it will show you anything else based on the vehicle and it'll show you other plans that you can purchase. So we have a whole shopping cart function here.
Gotcha. And this is where one other thing you talked about, the Wi-Fi data plans can be added to your existing data plan, correct?
Yep. So here's Verizon. If you were a Verizon customer, you could enter your account, mobile phone number and zip code, and then we would send a request right to Verizon, and it happens within a matter of seconds. They would give us a verification response back. So it would say, yep, your plan's eligible, proceed, and then you would click the submit button, and you would get an SMS from Verizon, and it would give you the terms, the pricing, and then you can just respond yes or no.
Awesome. And so far, Verizon's the first one, T-Mobile's coming online, and then nothing
T-Mobile's
beyond that for now.
next year, and then we have a couple other ones we'll probably announce.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we really like is the ability to customize our digital cockpit. So here we have different view options that you can go through, 3 specific stages. This gives you more of a classic overview of what you're used to seeing, your tachometer and your speedometer. And of course here you see the navigation in the middle, and you can toggle through. You can make a complete overview of the maps if you'd like, or have more of a reduced view, but still some important information off to the side. And what I'd like to show you today is how you can configure this so that you can see your dynamic road sign display on either side. And that's what we have here inside of the menu here. So to get to that, you touch your car, and that comes up. If it's not here already, you just select it here from the selection menu. But this is where you can configure this guy over on this side. So if you prefer to have your assistance system over on this, by all means, just go ahead and scroll until you find it.
There really are a lot of different things in there too.
Correct,
huh?
yeah. So fully customizable, set it to your preference. And of course on this side, I do prefer to have my dynamic road sign display. So I just look for it. There it is. And I'm done. So before we had them vice versa, now I have them like this. And of course, if I'd like to, I can press and hold on a view to store it.
I see. So you can store 3 different customs. The classic is, what does that one show you if you hit the classic?
So, auto, your gear and speed.
Gear and speed.
Classic, it's the same thing.
Gotcha.
But then...
And then these are fully customizable.
And you can access that here from your steering wheel as well. So if you have different views that you prefer at different times. To access that, you can just press and hold on view here on the steering wheel.
Okay.
And you'll see it then pop up right there in front of you.
Oh, so then you can do it from there as well.
Absolutely.
Once they're set up.
Yeah.
Very cool. So multiple options to kind of access the system.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, now we're back from our cross-sport drive. You can see the two camoed up models here behind me. And so I just got out from behind the wheel. So let me sort of tell you my impressions. The first one on the lane keep. This thing stays right dead center in the lane, but here's the thing. It really doesn't pull on your hands. It's probably one of the least invasive systems I've ever used, where, you know, sometimes these systems, when you hit the line, kind of really jerk the wheel and say, hey, you got to get centered. This Volkswagen is very calm and very much just, you know, pulls you back into the center, which is what you want. You want it to feel like it's driving with you, not driving for you. And then when it comes to the traffic jam assistant, same thing I mentioned earlier. Incredibly smooth, nice braking, leaves a nice distance. And then the nice thing is, you know, if you're in stop and go and you're not stopped for more than 3 seconds, the car just does it for you. And then to add on to that, just one other, you know, real impression that I got. Incredibly quiet. This is a very quiet interior, and that just sort of adds to that calm driving experience that these driver aids bring along. So here's what you guys need to know. The CarNet system, all those connected apps, they're coming to every single 2020 Volkswagen, so that connectivity and all those features are going to be available to all customers. But if you want that center lane keeping and the roadside recognition, at least for now, you have to get an Atlas Cross Sport. Now, I think we can expect these systems to transfer over to more VW models, but for 2020, this is the only SUV you're gonna get them in. And I think this thing does actually have a pretty nice style compared to the Atlas, although we haven't seen it without the camo yet, so it'll be nice to see the final design. So guys, that's it for this video. Make sure you go below, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment, and then come right back here to the channel for the latest news, views, and real world reviews. See ya.